Hey guys, what's up? Lightboltjoe here. Today we are going to discuss the brand new series on Amazon Prime, Upload. This is a Greg Daniels original series, the comedic genius that he is. This stars Robbie Amell, a slew of other people. Now, we have discussed numerous times how awesome Robbie Amell is. I'm a big fan of him. He's 2 years older than me. I think he's just so incredible. As we've discussed numerous times, it's not a Robbie Amell project unless there's a shirtless scene with Robbie Amell. And there we go. The first 10 minutes of the first episode, his shirt's off. So it's officially a Robbie Amell show. This caught my interest. Now, we've discussed numerous times. I have certain favorites when it comes to actors and actresses. So I will watch their work. Whether I like it or not is to be decided, but I will watch the work because of the actors or actresses. Other times I watch projects because I'm actually interested in what the film or story is, or, TV show, etc., right? So when I first saw this trailer, I was like, this is interesting. It's a digital afterlife. I haven't really seen anything like this before. There's a show that just ended called The Good Place. Everyone was obsessed with it. It was a different version of the afterlife. Are you going to the good place, the bad place? What is the good place? What is the bad place? Etc., right? But a digital afterlife, we haven't really discussed that. We haven't really seen that. So I was interested. But again, it's Robbie. So I was going to watch it one way or another. So I put it on. It's 10 episodes long. It's like half-hour long episodes. So you can literally binge it in, 4 or 5 hours? If that? Less than that. It was incredible. It took me by surprise because it's not just a means of, okay, Robbie's character died, Nathan Brown. Nathan Brown died in a self-driving car accident, which doesn't happen. But it was a murder mystery. It was a comedic murder mystery that we still don't have an answer for. So I really want there to be a second season because I'm very interested to see what happens next, especially with the cliffhangers that we just got. I don't think I should say that much about spoilers and stuff because this is such an elaborate plot. I'll give the basic overviews. This girl, Nora, who's played by, do I have her name in front of me? Andy Allo, A-L-L-O, Andy Allo. She was in Pitch Perfect 3. She played Serenity in Pitch Perfect 3. That's where I first saw her. Incredible actress that she is. She is an angel. So she works for this company called Horizon, which is in Brooklyn. The year is 2033, by the way. Nathan Brown was born in 2006, so he was 27 when he was killed in a car accident with his self-driving car. But to be honest, he wasn't actually killed in the car accident because he goes to the hospital, he signs away that he'll be uploaded, and then turns out his vitals were actually going up. But his girlfriend, Ingrid, who owns the account to this Lakeview place to be uploaded, because that's where her grandmother is. So she then has the account for Nathan to be uploaded. So it's your conscious being uploaded. It's not a matter of the soul, it's a matter of your conscious, your thoughts, your memories. They talk about memories and the synapses with the electrical current and the memory storage via translated 2 gigs. It was really cool hearing the science of it. So it was fun. But as Nathan's there, he's having trouble adjusting. He's making friends at Lakeview. He wants to visit other afterlives, etc. But while this is going on, his business partner, Jamie's not returning his calls. He's trying to figure out if Jamie actually murdered him. Why was his car, tampered with to kill him anyway? Why can't he have certain memories back? Why is he also falling in love with his angel, Nora, instead of he's getting more distant from his girlfriend, Ingrid? I must say, that funeral was very intense because it was unlike a funeral I've ever seen before. You had a live screen of LA and New York where the funeral was taking place. And the funeral itself had Robbie's character of Nathan. He had his new friend at Lakeview, Luke, who's an Army vet, and Ingrid's grandmother were all in the same chapel in Lakeview. And then there was a screen that projected everything. So you had Ingrid and Nathan basically talking on 2 sides of the screen. And there was static clinging, and he's trying to talk to his niece at some point. It was just so interesting seeing all these little tiny things. I think why I'm geeking out about this is because it's a different take on an afterlife. Because you can control this afterlife. It's not your typical, heaven, fluffy cloud, castle kind of a deal. It's you decide where you want to be uploaded at a cost, because everything costs. So everything is partnered with everything and company-wise, and it's interesting. I think another reason why I'm geeking about it is because in the second Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, we see heaven as this awesome ballroom that's just decked out in purples and whites, and everyone's just dancing their ass off and having a grand old time, and all these historical characters and you know, celebrities from the past are all just hanging out and chilling and playing games together. And I thought that was really neat. So it was cool seeing this version, this upload version of Lakeview as in one, you know, place to be uploaded in your heaven, that all these different people were all intermingling from different time periods. I thought it was really neat having them all in this very, you know, nicely ornate resort structure. Yeah, I really liked this show. This whole love story. It was a murder mystery. Again, we still don't know. We found out that Nathan was the actual douchebag who, you know, treated his friend Jamie, who went behind Jamie's back and got the code to Ingrid's dad or something like that, who's in business. But again, it's a matter of what happened to the guy that they were in the business partners with? What happened to Nathan's cousin, whose car again was tampered with and just plowed off a pier? There's a lot of, who is that mysterious assailant that was exploded in the elevator? There's a lot of unanswered questions, and especially with Ingrid at the end uploading herself. So yeah, I turns out I did go into a lot of spoilers. I apologize. A thing that I noticed that I really like about streaming services original series, for instance, in Dollface, which we talked about recently, and now Upload, there's boobs galore, right? You got breasts everywhere. There's not covering a nipple, nothing of that nature, right? I appreciate the fact that you don't have to censor body parts in an online services show, because it's stupid. People are born, every single person is born with a nipple. Why males don't have to censor nipples, but females have to censor nipples is beyond me. I don't understand. Biologically, everyone starts out as female. That's how you're born. That's how you're not born. That's how you're gestated, right? Right in your mom's tummy, okay? And then at a certain point of development, the Y chromosome pops up, and then that's when the penis pops out. Basically, that's the layman's version of it. But everyone is born with nipples. So it's weird having a network television just censor everything, and then you have streaming services who just free the nipple. And I'm so happy about this because it's straight up equality. Speaking of equality, this is a future show. This takes place in 2033, right? Brooklyn. It takes place in New York and LA. Those are the two main staple points. It was filmed in upstate New York and it was filmed in Vancouver, Canada. But it takes place in New York City and Los Angeles. So, being transgendered, figuring out gender identity was discussed in this. It had a really cool, quick, brief gender fluidity moment. Same-sex partners were introduced immediately when Lakeview came about. So it was just a normalizing of what's semi-taboo at this point. Talking about 13 years from now, that it's nice seeing how normalized it will be, because that's where it's going. So it's just a matter of how much more quickly can we, you know, start this. To be honest, the more crazy white folk that keep, you know, protesting a stay-at-home order during a quarantine, and then obviously they're getting infected, and then that's Darwinism for you. It's Darwinism. There's no getting around that. So maybe that is a sign of progressively moving forward with acceptance and tolerance and understanding that you have to abide by certain ways to make sure that the species survives. Does this make sense? Am I rambling? I feel like I'm rambling, but that's a good thing, because that's an important part of art. This is a 10-episode show on a streaming service on Amazon Prime, which is art. It's someone's art, and art makes you think. Whether my thinking agrees with your thinking is besides the point. It's making me think, and that's a good thing. We're all supposed to think. We're not supposed to blindly accept what's in front of us. You're supposed to challenge the query. Query is question, right? Think. Just think. You're good. Now, would I personally want to be in Lakeview? No. I shot in hell. I would like to be in the Disney version. Definitely not a Lakeview. I don't think that would be very entertaining. I mean, yeah, there's fun moments we've seen and etc., but there's no rides, there's no pool. I didn't see many video games just on computers, on desktops, on screens. I didn't really see a bunch of games aside from chess or like Monopoly. I don't know. I don't think I'd like a Lakeview, but yeah, I need a season 2, like quick. But Greg did a great job creating this world, especially a digital world. And I want to know how many experts he had on this within the science and the coding aspect of it. Because this was a very technical show, too. I don't know much about code, but it was convincing enough. So, yeah, that's all I got. Did you guys see Upload on Amazon Prime? What do you think of Upload? Did Robbie do an amazing job? Because it's Robbie and that's what he does. He always does amazing jobs. Let's be honest. Robbie was amazing. And to that we say, Mucho mahalo.